Can you have 3 waters, many smokes, and 1 love? Well, of course you can. Or can you? This video is about countable and uncountable nouns in Basque. Hi, I'm Shanna, and this is Basque Berserk. The way that countable and uncountable nouns work is simple. Both in English and in Basque, countable nouns are things that can be easily divided up and, well, counted. These types of nouns can use numbers.
Bost txakur. Berreun etxe. Mundu bat. Amairu pertsona.
Or they can use certain quantifying words.
Txakur gutxi. Etxe pila bat. Mundu asko. Pertsona anitz.
When used with a definite suffix a noun can either mean a thing or the thing. Txakurra, the dog or a dog. And when you use indefinite bat with a noun, this can mean either a thing or one thing, like txakur bat, a dog or one dog. This principle generally holds true for countable nouns. Non-countable mass nouns are impossible, or very nearly impossible, to divide up and count. A general mass of something, such as coffee, rice, water, oil, love, cannot be divided up and counted. So we can't say
Bost kafe.
5 coffees,
Beste olioak.
the other oils,
Eun su.
100 fires. But wait! You might be thinking, of course we can say these things. Sometimes uncountable mass nouns are also countable nouns. If mass nouns are already divided out, we can count them. You can use numbers when ordering 5 cups of coffee, or talking about the other types of oils, or lighting 100 fires. But when talking about these things as a mass, you can't use numbers, which means you also can't use bat. Of course, you can use the definite suffix a with mass uncountable nouns, and this can translate as the or some. Olioa is the oil or some oil. This is because Basque noun phrases need a determiner in them, and definite a is sort of the volunteer determiner when there's no others around.
Olioa eman dizut.
I gave you the oil, or I gave you some oil.
Ura dut.
I have water, or I have the water. Some uncountable nouns, like abstract nouns, don't even have the option of using numbers. For example, you can't count anger, or hope, or love. These types of nouns are simply not measurable. Instead, you kind of have to use an intensifier.
Maitasun handia dut.
I have great love.
Frustrazio ikaragarria sentitzen dut.
I feel enormous frustration. Thankfully, one thing that stays the same with countable or uncountable nouns is certain quantifying words.
Txakur gutxi. Olio gutxi. Etxe pila bat. Azukre pila bat. Mundu asko. Ur asko.
Now, there are a few words that are countable in English, but non-countable in Basque, and vice versa. Mat, which kind of means grape, is uncountable. Basically, you can't say bost mat to mean 5 grapes in Basque. Instead, Basques think of grapes more as rice. To say the individual grape itself, you would say mat ale. Berri, which means piece of news, is singular, however. English speakers say news as a collective noun, but Basque speakers differentiate between one piece of news and multiple pieces of news. Here we would use berriak to refer to multiple pieces of news. Now, things are going to take a negative turn here. You know how in English we say, I don't have a dog, or there is not a house? Here you can see we use countable nouns. A dog, a house. With uncountable nouns, we often use the word any. I don't have any soup. There isn't any rice. In Basque, unless you're using some sort of definite determiner, like the or this, you can use any, which is generally the partitive case, indiscriminately, with countable or non-countable nouns. This is because in the partitive case, all nouns turn into indefinite nouns.
Ez dut txakurrik. Ez dut soparik. Ez dago etxerik. Ez dago arrozik.
Well, I hope you've learned a bit about how to quantify Basque nouns. Let me know if you have questions or confusion. Thanks for watching. Agur!